So in one of the tutorial, we have created a code in which we have added two numbers using swing. So let me run this application to show you the code we have done earlier. So this is your JFrame in which we can add two numbers. So we'll say 5 and 2, and the answer is 7, right? Now, so I'm running that GUI by running this file. Now what I want to do now is I want to create a file from which I will call this class or this frame. What I mean by that is, let's say if let me create one more class here, and we'll say this as color. Now the main use of this color class will be this class will have, or this file will have a JFrame. Let me define a main function. Okay, and this file will have a class called as xyz. Already there. Let's say x, and this x is a frame, so we'll say a JFrame. Let's import the package. Now in this frame, let me define a constructor. So we'll say public x. In this constructor, I need some swing code, which we have done earlier. So this is the template we are using from last few videos. Now what I want to do now is, in this frame, I need just one button. So what I can do, I can say it is J button. Let's say button B equal to new J button. And we'll name this as, let's say, add form. Now what I mean by this is, if I click on this button B, it should call that add form. So it should call this add GUI. That means when I click on this button, it should call a new frame. For that, we need to add a listener to it. So we'll say add action listener. That is add action listener. In this, I need to pass object of action listener. So we'll say it is as action listener. And here, let me create a method. So let me remove this extra code here, and this error also. And let me write a code for myself here. So let me define. Okay. So what I want to do now is, once I click on this button, it should call that form which is add GUI. So what we can simply do is we can say new add GUI. Simple. That's it. When I click on this button, it will call this add GUI. So let's do a try here. Let me say it is, first we need to call that constructor. So we'll say x obj equal to new x. We can even use anonymous object there. And if I run this code now from this class, and no button, is because I forgot to add a button there. So I have to say add x, also add b. Simple. Let me run this again. So yep, so we got a button here, and if I click on add form, oh, it's not working. Why it's not working? It's not add GUI. The class name is addition. Okay, let me just run it again. There are some problem here. Okay, so if I run this code now, so I have this frame which is add frame. If I click on this add frame, you can see we are getting this add class or add form. Now I need to close this also. When I call add form, it should call this form, and this form should automatically get closed. For that, what we can do is we can go here. Once you call this add new form, we'll say this dot dispose. This is not working. We'll say dispose directly. So we'll say dispose. So using dispose method, you can close the form, and if I say add form, you can see now our add form is gone. Right. So this is how you need to call a frame from another frame. So you can call the you can create the object to call that frame, and you can use dispose to close that form. We can also use system.exit, but system.exit will close all the frames. Dispose will close the current frame. So this is how you need to call frame from frame. In the next tutorial, we'll see we'll use a progress bar, which means once I click on a button, it should take some time. It should show some process or some time, so that after 5 seconds your form will get opened. For that, we'll be use something called as J progress bar. So how to use that, let me see in the next tutorial. So thank you so much for watching, and do subscribe.